Hey guys, tonight we begin with something a little darker, a time of sirens, shadows, and whispered prayers in the night. We're diving into what life was really like during World War II. Forget the polished war movies Hollywood sold you. The truth, you probably wouldn't last a single night. So before you get comfortable, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you genuinely enjoy these journeys into history. And let me know in the comments where you're tuning in from and what time it is for you. It's always fascinating to see who's joining us from around the world. Now, dim the lights. Let a soft hum fill the room, and let's ease into tonight's journey together. Because the year is 1944. Picture this, a farmhouse in occupied France, shadows creeping under the door. And tonight's story? A woman writing prayers in the margins of a book. The room was cloaked in a gentle darkness, the kind that seemed to wrap itself around your shoulders like a comforting shawl. Outside, the wind whispered through the tall grasses, its cool breath seeping through the cracks in the wooden walls of the farmhouse, carrying with it the distant echoes of a world at war. The moon hung low in the sky, casting a silvery glow that danced across the floor in delicate patterns, illuminating the humble room with an ethereal light. She sat at a small wooden table, its surface worn smooth by the passage of time, illuminated by the soft flicker of a single candle. The flame swayed gently, casting shadows that wavered and pulsed like the beating of a heart. Her fingers, delicate and nimble, held a pencil, the tip hovering above the page of an old, leather-bound book. This book, her sanctuary, was filled with prayers and hopes, written in the margins, with the care of someone who knew the power of words, whispered to the night. Every stroke of the pencil seemed to sigh softly against the paper, a gentle murmur in the stillness. The air was thick with the scent of wax and paper, mingling with the faint aroma of lavender that lingered from the fields beyond. Her heart beat a steady rhythm in her chest, a quiet reminder of the life that thrived even in the shadow of war. She paused, her eyes lifting from the page to the window, where beyond the glass, the world lay in hushed anticipation. The stars above were like scattered jewels, their light a quiet promise of hope amidst the darkness. The farmhouse, nestled in the countryside, felt like a world unto itself, separate from the distant rumble of conflict, a place where dreams could still be nurtured and prayers could find their way to the heavens. The sound of an owl's call drifted through the night, a low, haunting note that seemed to echo the longing in her heart. With a soft sigh, she returned to the book, her hand moving gracefully across the page, each word a testament to resilience, a whispered plea for peace. In this simple act of writing, she found solace, a quiet defiance against the chaos outside, and so, in the gentle glow of candlelight, her story unfolded, a tapestry of whispered dreams and silent strength. The farmhouse stood firm, a beacon of quiet courage in a world of uncertainty, as the night wrapped around it like a lullaby, soothing and eternal. The candle flickered gently, casting dancing shadows on the worn wooden beams of the ceiling, each movement a silent partner in the night's choreography. Outside, the cold air wrapped around the farmhouse like a spectral embrace, seeping through the cracks in the walls, yet stopped short by the warmth of the hearth within. The fire crackled softly, a steady companion to the symphony of night sounds that played outside. In the distance, the faintest echoes of the world beyond drifted in, softened by the miles of rolling hills and whispering trees. It was as if the earth itself conspired to cushion the harshness of reality, offering instead a softer, muted version of life beyond the safety of these walls. A gentle reminder that even amidst turmoil, there existed pockets of peace and moments of grace. The soft rustle of pages turning was a counterpoint to the wind's gentle song outside. Her fingers, pale and slender, moved with a reverent care, tracing the words as if they held the secrets of the universe within their delicate lines. She paused again, listening to the whispers of the past, carried on the breeze, stories of those who walked these lands long before, their dreams interwoven with her own. The weight of history pressed lightly upon her shoulders, a comforting presence rather than a burden. In this quiet sanctuary, she could feel the strength of those who had come before her, those who had faced their own battles with courage and grace. Their whispers mingled with her own, creating a chorus of hope that resonated in the stillness. She wrote of love and loss, of dreams deferred and dreams realized. Her words a balm for the soul. Each sentence was a thread in the tapestry of life she was weaving, intricate and delicate, yet strong enough to withstand the winds of change. The candle's glow illuminated the page, highlighting the ink's gentle curves and the spaces between where silence spoke as eloquently as the words themselves. As the night deepened, the world seemed to hold its breath, suspended between the past and the future, between shadow and light. The farmhouse stood as a testament to endurance, its walls imbued with the spirit of those who had sought refuge within its embrace. Here, time moved slowly, each moment a precious gift, each breath a promise of the dawn to come. And so, she wrote on, her heart a steady compass guiding her through the night's quiet mystery. The words flowed like a gentle stream, carrying with them the essence of hope and the promise of a new day. The candle burned low, its light unwavering, a beacon in the darkness. As her story continued to unfold, a lullaby for the weary soul. The chill of the night air seeped through the farmhouse walls, wrapping around her like a familiar shawl. It was a cold that whispered of distant memories, of times when laughter mingled with the crackling of fireplaces, and shadows danced in the flickering candlelight. Outside, the wind carried echoes from a world beyond the fields, a soft murmur that blended with the rustling leaves, creating a symphony of whispers that lulled the night to peace. A pen moved gracefully, a silent dance across the paper, guided by the rhythms of her heart. As she wrote, the ink seemed to carry the warmth of her thoughts, painting a picture of resilience and tenderness. The candle's flame flickered gently, casting tender shadows that swayed with the soft currents of air, each movement a reminder of life's delicate balance. In the distance, the faint cry of an owl punctuated the stillness, its call a gentle reminder of the world beyond her sanctuary. It was a world that had known both love and despair, a tapestry woven with threads of joy and sorrow. Yet, in this quiet cocoon, she found solace in the simple act of creation, in the weaving of words that captured the essence of humanity's enduring spirit. The farmhouse, with its weathered beams and creaking floors, was a vessel of memories, each corner holding a story, each room a chapter in the lives of those who had sought shelter within its walls. Here, the past lingered like a soft fragrance, a blend of lavender and old wood, a scent that spoke of home and comfort, of evenings spent in quiet reflection. Her thoughts drifted to the soldiers who had once walked these halls, their laughter and songs a testament to their unyielding will. Their presence lingered, like a gentle caress, a reminder that courage and hope were timeless companions, passed down through generations like cherished heirlooms. As the night wove its intricate tapestry of silence and sound, the candle's flame grew smaller, yet its light remained steadfast, a guardian against the encroaching dark. The air was still, save for the occasional crackle of the wooden beams, a soothing rhythm that cradled her as she wrote. And, in that moment, amidst the gentle whispers and the soft glow of candlelight, her words became a lullaby, a tender melody that carried the promise of a new dawn. It was a song of remembrance and renewal, a gentle reminder that even in the darkest of nights, hope would find a way to light the path ahead. The farmhouse, nestled under the vast expanse of the starlit sky, seemed to breathe with a life of its own. Outside, the wind whispered through the trees, its voice a soft echo of ancient stories carried from distant lands. The cold air crept in through the cracks, a gentle reminder of the world beyond these walls, a world still turning, still dreaming of peace. Inside, the candle flickered, casting a warm, amber glow that danced across the room, painting shadows that swayed like ghosts of the past. The gentle play of light and dark seemed to echo the very essence of life itself, a tapestry woven from moments of brilliance and the quiet embrace of obscurity. The flame's soft golden light caressed the pages of her journal, illuminating the words that flowed from her pen like a river of thoughts cascading into the still night. Her hand moved with a graceful rhythm, guided by the memories that wrapped around her like a comforting shawl. She could almost hear the distant echoes of a time when laughter filled these very rooms, when the walls vibrated with the sound of music and the joys of simpler days. And though those voices had long since faded into the whispers of history, Their spirit remained, a gentle reminder that the essence of life is in the stories we leave behind. As she paused to listen to the house's quiet symphony, the soft creak of the floorboards, the occasional sigh of the wind against the window, she felt a profound connection to those who had come before her. The soldiers, with their dreams and fears, their courage and camaraderie, had left a legacy that lingered in the air, mingling with the scent of lavender and old wood. Their bravery was etched into the very fabric of the farmhouse, a silent monument to their enduring spirit. Her thoughts turned to the letters she had read, penned by hands that had long since been stilled. Each line was a glimpse into a time of turmoil and triumph, a testament to the resilience of the human soul. The stories of those who had faced the darkness with unwavering hope filled her heart with a quiet strength, a gentle assurance that even in the shadow of war, beauty and grace could be found. As the night deepened, the candle's flame flickered once more, a quiet promise that the dawn would come, bringing with it the light of a new day. She closed her eyes, letting the silence envelop her, the farmhouse breathing softly around her like a living thing. And in that moment, she felt the gentle embrace of all those who had come before, their whispers a lullaby that carried her into the warmth of dreams, where hope and remembrance danced together, weaving a new tapestry for the days to come. In the gentle embrace of the farmhouse, the world outside seemed to hold its breath. The distant echoes of a time long past whispered through the walls, stories of courage and sacrifice swirling like the faintest breeze. They mingled with the soft glow of candlelight that painted gentle shadows upon the worn wooden floors, each flicker a heartbeat from another era, a distant echo of lives touched by history's hand. The cold night air slipped through the cracks in the windows, carrying with it the faint scent of pine and earth, mingling with the lavender that lay tucked beneath her pillow. It was a comforting aroma, one that spoke of peace and home, a gentle balm against the harsh memories that sometimes crept unbidden into her thoughts. The chill was not unwelcome, but rather a reminder of the world's vastness, the endless sky stretching above, studded with stars that had witnessed the same stories she now held close. As the candlelight danced, warming her face with its soft glow, her mind wandered back to the letters, those precious fragments of lives once entwined with hers. Each word was a thread in a tapestry of voices, a symphony of whispers that spoke of love and loss, of moments stolen in the quiet of night, and dreams of a future free from strife. The letters were like whispered confessions, secrets shared between friends, their inked lines an eternal connection across time's vast divide. The farmhouse sighed around her, its creaks and groans a lullaby of age and memory. She imagined the soldiers who had once sought solace within these walls, their laughter echoing in the rafters, their hopes woven into the very fabric of this place. In the quiet of the night, she could almost hear their voices, a soft murmur that rose and fell like the gentle lull of the sea, carrying her thoughts to a place where past and present met beneath the canopy of stars. As sleep began to weave its delicate web around her, she felt a profound peace settle over her heart. The whispers of history, like a gentle breeze, caressed her mind, soothing her into a dreamscape where the past was a guiding light, not a shadow. In this serene realm, she walked among those who had come before, their spirits a warm presence by her side, each step a reminder that the stories we cherish, the lives we honor, are never truly lost. And as the night deepened, she drifted into a world where time was but a gentle stream, where hope flowed eternal, and the whispers of those who had once been were a comforting song, lulling her into the soft embrace of dreams, where dawn's light would soon paint the world anew. In the soft glow of candlelight, shadows danced upon the aged walls, casting gentle silhouettes that swayed like leaves in a midnight breeze. The air was crisp and cool, a tender reminder of the world beyond the farmhouse's comforting embrace. It carried with it the faint scent of pine and earth, mingling with the warmth of the flickering flame, creating a cocoon of serenity where the past felt achingly present. Outside, the wind whispered through the trees, a hushed chorus that seemed to echo the stories of those who had once tread these paths. It was as if the night itself were a keeper of secrets, holding close the tales of bravery and tenderness shared in whispers beneath the starlit sky. The gentle rustling of leaves was a conversation older than time, a dialogue between the earth and sky, a reminder of the eternal dance of life and memory. Within her heart, a melody began to unfold, a symphony of emotions painted with the brushstrokes of history. It was a song of resilience, of love that endured despite the ravages of war, a quiet testament to the strength of the human spirit. The echoes of laughter and tears, of whispered promises and hopeful dreams, were threads woven into this tapestry, each note a reminder of the unyielding bond between past and present. As she lay upon the worn quilts, their fabric softened by years of use, she felt the chill of the night air against her skin, a gentle nudge toward the dreamscape awaiting her. The coolness was a balm, a tender contrast to the warmth of the candle's glow, enveloping her in a balance of sensations that lulled her closer to slumber. Her breathing slowed, matching the rhythmic sway of the shadows, each inhale a gentle whisper of peace. In the tranquil depths of her mind, images danced like fireflies, flitting between the realms of memory and dream. She saw faces, some familiar, others long forgotten, their eyes alight with the fire of life that once burned so brightly. They walked alongside her, their presence a comforting weight, a reminder that she was never truly alone. Together they wandered through fields of golden wheat, beneath skies painted with the soft hues of twilight, a world untouched by the harshness of reality. The farmhouse, with its walls steeped in history, cradled her as she drifted deeper into the embrace of dreams. It whispered stories of old, tales of love and loss, of laughter and longing, each one a gentle caress upon her soul. In this realm of whispers and echoes, she found solace, a sanctuary where time held no dominion, and the whispers of the past were a lullaby that would carry her through the night until dawn kissed the world awake once more. The distant echoes of a world long past lingered in the air, curling softly around her like tendrils of smoke. They were gentle reminders, these echoes, of an era shaped by courage and sacrifice, yet now wrapped in the tender embrace of time. Each note of the unseen symphony wove itself into the fabric of the night, harmonizing with the soft crackle of the candle's flame, its flickering light casting a golden glow that danced upon the walls, as if telling stories in a language only the heart could understand. The night air, crisp and invigorating, seeped through the old wooden window frames, carrying with it the scent of earth and distant pine. It whispered secrets of the forest, murmuring tales of resilience and quiet strength. As she lay cocooned beneath the quilts, the cold air was a gentle invitation to explore the landscapes of her mind, where the past and present melded into a seamless tapestry of dreams. In her mind's eye she wandered through scenes painted with hues of sepia and gold. There were soldiers, their uniforms a patchwork of memories, marching with steadfast determination across a bridge shrouded in mist. Their footfalls echoed softly, a rhythmic mantra of perseverance and hope. Among them walked figures she recognized, faces etched into her heart, their smiles a balm against the weariness of life's battles. They whispered to her, their voices a soothing melody, promising that love and bravery would always endure. The farmhouse, a sentinel of history, stood resolute against the backdrop of the night. Its wooden beams, worn by time yet sturdy as ever, sang with the energy of countless stories. It held within its walls the laughter of children playing in the fields, the gentle murmur of evening conversations shared by the hearth, and the quiet unspoken prayers of those who had once sought refuge within its embrace. Each creak and groan of the old structure was a lullaby, a familiar tune that resonated with the very essence of home. As she drifted deeper into her dreams, the candlelight dimmed, its glow now a soft whisper in the room. The shadows lengthened, wrapping her in their gentle embrace, and the world outside faded into a tranquil silence. Here, in this cocoon of warmth and memory, she floated on the gentle currents of sleep, cradled by the echoes of the past. And so, she journeyed through the night, her spirit guided by the whispers of history. The dawn, when it came, would gently awaken her with its golden light, a new day unfurling its promise. But for now, she slept, enveloped in the tender embrace of time, her dreams a bridge between what was and what could be. The night air, crisp with the whispers of the past, seeped through the cracks of the farmhouse, It carried with it the distant echoes of a world once vibrant with the colors of life, now muted by the gentle brush of time. The cold air kissed her cheeks, a reminder of the seasons that had come and gone, leaving their mark on the land and its people. In her dreams, she wandered through fields of wild flowers swaying beneath a sky painted with the soft hues of twilight. The petals brushed against her fingertips, their delicate caress a tender reminder of fleeting beauty. The scent of lavender and chamomile mingled in the air, a fragrant lullaby that accompanied her gentle steps. She felt the earth beneath her feet solid and reassuring, a testament to the enduring cycle of renewal and rebirth. The whispers grew clearer now, weaving a tapestry of memories that enveloped her like a warm quilt. She saw her grandmother, her hands busy with the humble tasks that filled their days, her eyes twinkling with stories untold. Her voice, a soft murmur, recounted tales of courage and kindness, of lives interwoven by fate and choice. Each word was a thread, binding her to the past, yet urging her forward into the promise of the unknown. A gentle breeze stirred the tall grass, carrying with it the distant melody of a harmonica, its notes drifting lazily through the night. The music wove around her, a comforting presence that spoke of camaraderie and shared dreams. It was a song of resilience, a testament to the unyielding spirit of those who had walked these fields before her, their footsteps echoing softly in her heart. As the candle flickered, casting a dance of shadows upon the walls, she felt the presence of those who had come before her, their lives a constellation of moments that shimmered in the tapestry of time. Their whispers were a balm, soothing the aches of a world weary with conflict, and in their gentle refrain, she found solace. The farmhouse stood watch, its silhouette a guardian against the encroaching night. Within its embrace, she was safe, cocooned in the warmth of memory and hope. The world beyond its walls faded into a gentle blur, and the night cradled her in its quiet serenity. And so, the night passed, a symphony of echoes and dreams. When dawn's light finally crept through the window, it was a soft caress, a promise of new beginnings. She awoke slowly, the whispers of the night lingering like a sweet aftertaste, guiding her into the embrace of another day. The world outside remained hushed, wrapped in a quilt of tranquility that only the deepest night could weave. The distant echoes of the past lingered like gentle spectres, their presence a reminder of strength and sacrifice, yet their edges softened by time. The air was crisp, carrying with it the faint scent of pine and earth, mingling with the warmth of the candle's steady flame, its glow a beacon of peace in the vast sea of darkness. Through the window, the sky stretched infinitely, a deep velvet expanse dotted with stars that twinkled like diamonds scattered across a jeweller's cloth. Each star was a story, a soul once tethered to the earth, now a guide to those who wandered beneath. Their light seemed to whisper secrets to the wind, ancient lullabies of hope and endurance. The soft rustle of leaves outside was a gentle reminder of life persisting, even in the quietest corners of the world. It was as if the earth itself was breathing, each exhale a tender sigh that mingled with the distant melody of the harmonica. Its notes floated like dandelion seeds, drifting aimlessly yet purposefully, finding their place amidst the silence. Inside, the candle's flame danced with a languid grace, casting a warm, golden glow that painted the walls in shades of amber and sepia. Shadows played in the corners, their fluid forms resembling figures long gone, yet never forgotten. These shadows were companions in the night, their presence a silent assurance that she was never truly alone. The farmhouse, with its time-worn beams and creaking floors, held stories in its bones. It was a keeper of secrets, a vessel of memories that whispered through its halls like the softest breeze. Here, in this sanctuary, the past and present intertwined seamlessly, embracing her in their tender fold. As the night deepened, the world seemed to hold its breath in anticipation of the coming dawn. She lay cocooned in her quilt, her mind drifting on the gentle currents of half-formed dreams. The whispers of the night wrapped around her like a lullaby, their melody a soothing balm that eased her into slumber. And when the first light of dawn kissed the horizon, it was a gentle awakening. The sky blushed in soft hues of pink and gold, a tender promise of renewal. She stirred, the warmth of the morning sun a gentle embrace that coaxed her eyes open. The whispers of the night lingered like a sweet memory, their echoes a reminder of the strength she carried within. In the quiet of the new day, she rose, a tapestry of hope and resilience woven into her being. The world outside awaited, and with it, the promise of stories yet to be told. The air was crisp, carrying a chill that whispered of winter's approach, yet the farmhouse stood resolute, its wooden frame a haven against the encroaching cold. The morning light filtered through the frosted window panes, casting fragmented patterns on the floor like pieces of a forgotten mosaic. Each shard of light held a story, a fragment of the past waiting to be discovered. In the distance, the echoes of the world beyond reached her ears, softened by the miles of fields and forests that lay between, the hum of distant engines, the faint murmur of voices carried on the wind, all danced on the edge of perception. These sounds were a reminder of life continuing beyond her sanctuary, a world in motion even as she lingered in the tranquility of her morning reverie. The candle, having fulfilled its nightly vigil, had burned low, its wick a soft glow in the morning light. The scent of melted wax lingered in the air, mingling with the earthy aroma of the wooden beams, and the faint, comforting smell of the quilt that wrapped around her shoulders. These scents were familiar, grounding her in a world that remained steadfast despite the chaos that lay beyond. She rose with a gentle grace, moving through the farmhouse with a quiet reverence. Each step across the creaking floorboards was a note in a symphony of solitude, a melody that resonated with the echoes of those who had walked these halls before her. The walls seemed to whisper encouragement, their voices joining the chorus of her own heartbeat, steady and unwavering. In the kitchen, she kindled a small fire in the hearth, the flames crackling softly as they took hold. The warmth spread slowly, coaxing the chill from her bones, and filling the room with a gentle, amber glow. She brewed a pot of tea, the fragrant steam curling in the air like the tendrils of a dream, weaving its way around her like a comforting embrace. As she sat by the window cradling the warm cup in her hands, she gazed out at the landscape bathed in morning light. The fields stretched out before her, a tapestry of golden hues that shimmered in the gentle touch of the sun. In the distance, the silhouette of a lone tree stood against the horizon, its branches reaching skyward like an ancient sentinel watching over the land. In that moment, she felt the intertwining of past and present, the whispers of history echoing through her soul. The stories of those who had come before her wove their way into the fabric of her being, imbuing her with a sense of belonging, of purpose. The world lay before her, vast and full of promise, and she was ready to embrace it, one whispered moment at a time. The morning air carried a crispness that clung to her skin, invigorating and pure. It was a quiet reminder of the world beyond these walls, a world whispering of both peace and turmoil, of lives lived and lost amidst the echoes of history. The soft rustle of leaves outside the farmhouse was a gentle lullaby, a song of nature that played in harmony with the distant murmur of a river winding its way through the valley. As she sipped her tea, the warmth spread through her, a liquid comfort that softened the edges of the chilly dawn. The steam rose in delicate spirals, mingling with the candlelight that flickered on the table beside her. The flame danced to its own rhythm, casting shadows that swayed across the room in a slow, mesmerizing waltz. In the stillness, she could almost hear the soft murmur of conversations long past, the faintest echoes of laughter and love, of dreams whispered under starlit skies. The farmhouse held these memories within its wooden heart, each beam and board a silent witness to the passage of time. It was as if the very air vibrated with the stories of those who had sought refuge here, those who had found solace in its embrace during the tumultuous days of war. Her gaze drifted back to the window, where the fields lay bathed in a gentle glow. The light seemed to breathe life into the earth, coaxing the colors to bloom with a quiet brilliance. The lone tree stood steadfast, its silhouette a symbol of endurance, a reminder of the resilience that lay within the land and its people. The cold air outside whispered through the cracks in the windows, carrying with it the scent of earth and pine, a fragrance as familiar as the lines of her own hands. It spoke of renewal, of the cycles of nature that persisted through the ages, unbroken and eternal. She closed her eyes for a moment, letting the symphony of sensations wash over her. The warmth of the tea, the flicker of candlelight, the crispness of the air, it all wove together into a tapestry of tranquility, a moment suspended in time. In that serene stillness, she felt a connection to the world around her, to the whispers of history that floated on the breeze. She was a part of this land, a part of its story, and she knew that, like those before her, she would leave her own mark upon it. With a heart full of quiet resolve, she embraced the promise of the day, ready to weave her own chapter into the timeless tale of life. The room was a sanctuary, a tranquil haven, where the echoes of the past intertwined with the whispers of the present. The wooden floorboards creaked softly underfoot, a gentle reminder of the countless footsteps that had traversed them before. Each sound was a delicate echo, as if the house itself was breathing alongside her, sharing in her quiet contemplation. Outside, the world was painted in shades of twilight, the sky a canvas of deepening blues and soft purples. The distant horizon seemed to hum with a muted energy, the last remnants of daylight surrendering to the embrace of evening. Somewhere far off, the faint cry of a night bird could be heard, a lonely call that mingled with the rustle of leaves in a nocturnal dance. The candle on the table flickered with a golden glow, its flame a steadfast companion in the growing darkness. Shadows danced across the walls, weaving patterns that told tales of yore, stories kept safe within the folds of memory. The soft light cast a warm halo around her, as if wrapping her in a gentle embrace, a cocoon of comfort against the chill of the night. She wrapped her hands around the steaming cup of tea, feeling its warmth seep into her skin, a small act of solace against the cold that lingered just beyond the walls. The aroma rose in delicate tendrils, mingling with the earthy scent that drifted through the window, creating a sensory symphony that was both calming and invigorating. As she sipped the tea, its warmth spreading through her, she listened to the whispers carried by the wind. They spoke of lives once lived, of laughter and tears, of hopes and dreams that had woven themselves into the fabric of this place. She imagined the stories, each one a thread in the vast tapestry of history, each one a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. The cold air continued to seep through the cracks, a reminder of the world outside, of the cycles that turned endlessly, day into night, season into season. It was a rhythm as ancient as the stars, a dance of time that carried with it the promise of renewal, of new beginnings and endless possibilities. In the embrace of this moment she felt a sense of peace, a profound understanding of her place in the grand tapestry. She was a part of this land, her story woven into its very essence, a single note in the symphony that played softly on the evening air. With a heart full of gratitude, she let the lullaby of the night carry her into the gentle arms of sleep, ready to dream of the stories yet to be told. The candle flickered softly on the wooden table, its golden glow casting gentle shadows that danced across the room, harmonizing with the quiet murmurs of the night. The flame swayed in response to the faint drafts, a fragile beacon of warmth amidst the encroaching chill. Its light painted the walls with a serene amber hue, creating a haven of comfort and stillness, where time seemed to slow down and every heartbeat echoed in sync with the universe. Beyond the walls, the distant echoes of an old world mingled with the whispers of the trees, their branches swaying rhythmically in the night breeze. Each rustle carried with it a tale, a memory of those who had stood beneath their boughs, seeking shelter or solace. The whispers were gentle, like a lullaby sung by the earth itself, soothing and reassuring, a reminder of continuity amidst change. She closed her eyes, breathing in deeply, letting the crisp night air fill her lungs, its coolness invigorating yet calming. In her mind, she wandered through the corridors of time, each step tracing the paths of those who had come before her. She imagined the rustling skirts and sturdy boots, the whispers of lovers and the laughter of children, all of them leaving their mark upon this land, like footprints in the sand, ephemeral yet eternal. The room, though small and humble, was a sanctuary. The soft creak of the floorboards under her feet was familiar and comforting, a gentle reminder of the grounded reality she cherished. The quilt draped over her shoulders was a patchwork of colors and textures, each piece a fragment of a story, stitched together with love and care. It was a tapestry of life, much like the one she envisioned in her mind, a testament to resilience and hope. Outside, the moon hung low in the sky, its silvery light a soothing balm against the darkness, casting a gentle gleam upon the landscape. The stars, scattered like diamonds across the velvet night, sparkled with an ancient wisdom, their light travelling across time and space to reach her, a reminder of the vastness and wonder of the universe. In this cocoon of warmth and light, she felt the world beyond recede, its worries and fears softened by the gentle embrace of night. Her breathing slowed, her mind quieted, and she surrendered to the tranquility that enveloped her. Wrapped in the stories of the past and the promise of the future, she drifted into a peaceful slumber, cradled by the night, ready to dream of the dawn that awaited. The whispers of history seemed to float on the cool night air, gently caressing her skin as she drifted further into her reverie. Outside, the distant echoes of an owl's call resonated through the trees, a soft reminder of the life that continued to pulse gently in the shadows. The air was crisp and clear, carrying with it the faint scent of pine and earth, grounding her even as her mind wandered through the corridors of time. The candlelight flickered softly beside her, casting a warm, golden glow that danced across the walls, creating shadows that seemed to weave their own stories. The flame's gentle dance was mesmerizing, its light a beacon of hope and solace amidst the inky darkness outside. It was a small flame, yet it held the power to transform the room into a haven, a place where dreams could be both born and nurtured. As she lay there, the quilt's fabric against her skin, she imagined the stories embedded in its threads. Each patch was a window into a different time and place, a testament to the hands that had crafted it with love. She could almost hear the soft murmur of voices, the laughter and the tears of those who had once gathered around, sharing tales and dreams beneath this very quilt. It was as if the quilt was alive with memories, whispering secrets from the past into the quiet night. The cold air outside pressed gently against the windows, creating a subtle contrast to the warmth within. It was a reminder that the world was vast and ever-changing, yet here, in this moment, she was safe and cocooned in the comfort of the familiar. Her senses were attuned to the rhythm of the night, the gentle hum of the world at rest, a symphony of silence that lulled her further into tranquility. In the stillness, she could almost hear the whispers of those who had walked these paths before her, their voices like a soft breeze rustling through the leaves. They spoke of hope and courage, of love and loss, their stories interwoven with her own, creating a rich tapestry of human experience that stretched across time. It was a reminder that she was never truly alone, that the echoes of the past were always with her, guiding her through the darkness. As she allowed herself to be enveloped by the night, her thoughts drifted towards the future, towards the dawn that would soon break the horizon. It was a promise of new beginnings, a gentle assurance that life would continue to unfold, beautiful and unpredictable. With a heart full of gratitude and a spirit buoyed by the dreams of those who had come before, she surrendered to sleep, ready to embrace whatever the new day would bring. The candle flickered softly on the bedside table, casting a warm glow that danced upon the walls like shadows from another time. Its light was steady, a beacon amidst the quietude, illuminating the room with a gentle embrace that seemed to cradle her drifting thoughts. The flame swayed with a delicate grace, as if nodding in agreement with the tales woven into the fabric of the quilt that lay tucked over her. Outside, the world lay cloaked in the stillness of night, the cold air weaving its way through the trees, whispering secrets only the stars understood. The moon hung low, a silver sentinel watching over the slumbering earth, its light spilling through the window like liquid silk. The air was crisp, carrying with it the faint echoes of distant memories, reverberating softly against the glass panes, as if seeking entry to the warmth within. Her eyelids grew heavy, lulled by the rhythmic cadence of the night. The distant call of an owl, a solitary guardian of the dark, mingled with the gentle rustle of leaves, creating a lullaby that spoke of peace and continuity. It was a song of the earth, a reminder that even in the midst of uncertainty there was a constancy to life, a never-ending cycle of night and day, of rest and renewal. The quilt, heavy with history, seemed to breathe alongside her, its worn fabric imbued with the essence of those who had once sought solace beneath its folds. Their whispers were soft, barely audible, yet profound in their presence. They spoke of resilience and perseverance, of enduring hope that had carried them through the storms of their own times. The quilt was a testament to their journey, a vessel of stories that transcended the boundaries of time. As she lay there, cocooned in the warmth of the past and the promise of the future, her thoughts meandered through dreams, yet to be dreamt. The dawn was a distant promise, its light just a whisper on the horizon, yet she could feel its approach, a slow and deliberate unveiling of a new day. It was a gentle reminder that every ending held within it the seeds of a beginning, that the cycle of life was an ever-turning wheel. With a heart full of quiet contentment, she surrendered to the embrace of sleep, her breathing slow and rhythmic, a mirror of the night's gentle song. The candle's flame flickered once more, a final caress before the world faded into dreams, leaving only the soft assurance that she was held in the tender embrace of those who had loved and been loved, their whispers a comforting echo in the night. The room was a sanctuary of calm, where shadows danced leisurely in the candlelight, their movements a tranquil ballet on the walls. Each flicker painted stories of old, tales of nights long past when the world outside was as silent as it was now. The soft glow cast a golden hue over her face, highlighting the serene contours of one lost in the tender grasp of slumber. The flame's gentle sway was a lullaby of light, a warm ember against the chill of the night air that seeped through the cracks with a whisper of winter's breath. Outside, the world was cradled in silence, broken only by the distant echoes of a world beyond the safe confines of her retreat. The echoes were faint, like memories half remembered, the sort that linger in the periphery of dreams, refusing to fade completely. They were the ghostly remnants of laughter and song, the timeless refrain of life persisting amidst the quietude. Yet, within this room, these echoes were but a distant reminder of the world's vastness, a gentle nudge that somewhere beyond the horizon, life continued its rhythmic dance. The air was crisp, a delicate contrast to the warmth of her cocoon. It brushed softly against her skin, a reminder of the world outside, yet its chill was tempered by the quilt's embrace. The cold was not a harsh intruder but a gentle presence, like the cool breath of a loved one, as they whisper goodnight. It mingled with the scent of wax and old paper, a comforting aroma that spoke of home and heart, of pages turned and candles burned down to their stubs over long, thoughtful nights. In the quietude, whispers curled around her like tendrils of smoke, weaving stories in the fabric of her dreams. They were the voices of those who had once found solace in this very room, their words merging with the night's symphony. They spoke not in hurried tones, but in gentle, lingering notes, each syllable a caress that soothed the soul. They told of stars seen from trenches, of letters written by candlelight, of laughter shared beneath the same quilt that now sheltered her. These whispers were a soft chorus, a testament to the enduring nature of hope and love. As the night deepened, the world outside seemed to hold its breath, waiting for the dawn's gentle touch. Her sleep was a tapestry of quiet dreams, woven with threads of light and shadow, of past and future. It was a dreamscape where time unfurled slowly, like the unfurling petals of a night-blooming flower, each moment a soft, fragrant note in the lullaby of the night. And in this serene interlude, she was at peace, adrift in the timeless embrace of night's gentle arms. The candle flickered softly beside her, casting a warm, golden glow that danced upon the walls, tracing gentle patterns like the brushstrokes of an artist painting in whispers. The flame's light was a steadfast companion in the solitude of the night, its gentle sway a reminder of the breeze that gently rustled the trees outside, their leaves whispering secrets to the stars. The world beyond her window was a tapestry of blues and silvers, the moon casting its tranquil gaze upon the earth, its light a silken thread weaving through the darkened landscape. In this cocoon of tranquility, the echoes of a distant world seemed to hum like a soft melody, a lullaby carried on the wings of the night. The faint murmur of voices, echoes of conversations held long ago in distant lands, drifted through her thoughts like autumn leaves carried by a gentle wind. They spoke of courage and camaraderie, of bonds forged in the crucible of shared trials. These ghostly echoes were not mournful, but instead resonant with a quiet strength, a testament to the enduring spirit of those who had walked before her on this path of history. As she lay enveloped in her quilt, the cool air kissed her cheeks, a tender reminder of life's persistent breath, even in the stillness of night. It was a coolness that spoke of clarity, of the crispness of a winter morning yet to come, a promise of renewal and new beginnings. Her eyelids grew heavy, not with the weight of the world, but with the gentle insistence of rest, coaxed by the reassuring rhythm of her own heartbeat, a steadfast drum in the symphony of the night. Her thoughts meandered through the corridors of memory and imagination, where the past met the present in a quiet embrace. She saw images of soldiers gathered around a campfire, their faces illuminated by its glow, eyes reflecting dreams of home. She heard the soft rustle of paper as they penned letters, each word a bridge to those they loved, each stroke of the pen a silent vow of return. These visions floated gently through her mind, not as spectres of loss, but as beacons of hope, lighting the way through the darkness. The night cradled her in its vast embrace, a guardian of dreams and keeper of secrets. In its stillness, time stretched and softened, each moment melting into the next, like snowflakes upon the earth. She drifted deeper into the world of dreams, where the night's gentle lullaby continued to play, soothing and serene. Among the echoes and whispers, she found solace, her heart buoyed by the quiet strength of those who had come before, their stories a gentle reminder of the resilience and beauty woven into the fabric of life. And as she surrendered to the embrace of sleep, the night wrapped her in its soft cocoon, a guardian of dreams and a keeper of the stories that nestled within her heart, waiting for the dawn's gentle promise of a new day. The candle flickered softly on the windowsill, its golden light casting delicate shadows that danced upon the walls, swaying to the rhythm of the night's gentle breath. Outside, the cold air whispered through the leaves, its voice a soothing murmur that mingled with the distant echoes of times gone by. It was a night woven with stories, each thread spun from the dreams and hopes of those who had walked before her, a tapestry rich with the hues of courage and love. She imagined the faraway sounds of a harmonica playing a slow, soulful tune, its notes drifting through the crisp night air, mingling with the quiet murmur of whispered prayers. These prayers, fragile as spider silk, floated upwards, carried by the night wind to the vastness above, where stars shimmered like distant fires, steadfast and eternal. In her dreams, she wandered through fields of lavender, the scent a gentle balm that soothed her soul. The moon hung low in the sky, a silver sentinel casting its tender light upon the world below. The ground beneath her feet was cool and forgiving, a reminder of the earth's enduring embrace, even amidst the chaos of war. She walked among the rows of lavender, each step echoing with the soft rustle of petals, a symphony of nature's quiet resilience. In the distance she saw the silhouette of a soldier standing guard, his figure etched against the horizon. His eyes, though weary, held a quiet determination, a promise to protect and preserve. She felt a kinship with him, a shared understanding of the weight of duty and the strength found in unity. The night air was thick with the scent of earth and smoke, a reminder of battles fought and the peace that followed, both so intricately entwined. As she continued her journey through this dreamscape, the whispers of history enfolded her, gentle voices recounting tales of bravery and compassion. Their words were like leaves carried on the wind, soft and fleeting, yet leaving an indelible mark upon her heart. She felt the warmth of their presence, a reminder that she was never alone, that the stories of the past were woven into the very fabric of her being. And so, enveloped in the night's tender embrace, she drifted deeper into slumber, her dreams a sanctuary of calm amidst the storm. The candle's glow grew fainter, a quiet sentinel against the darkness, as the night held her gently in its arms, whispering promises of hope and renewal, until the first light of dawn began to paint the horizon with the soft colors of a new day. The night cradled her with its soft, shadowy arms, weaving a tapestry of serenity around her as she moved, each step a gentle caress upon the earth. The candlelight flickered in the distance, casting a warm amber glow that danced along the pathway, guiding her with its subtle luminescence. It was as if the flame spoke to her, its soft whispers mingling with the echoes of the past, comforting and assuring in the stillness. The cold air brushed against her cheeks, a crisp reminder of the world beyond this tranquil haven. Yet, it carried with it a certain clarity, a purity that cut through the haze of memory and dream. She paused to listen to the distant echoes of a world at rest. The soft murmur of the wind through the lavender, the gentle creak of trees swaying in a lullaby of their own making. Each sound was a thread in the intricate tapestry of the night, woven together with care and reverence. As she ventured further into this realm of quietude, the distant soldier remained a steadfast figure against the horizon, his presence a sentinel of peace and vigilance. She imagined the stories he carried, tales etched into his heart like scars, each one a testament to the valor and sacrifice of those who had walked before him. In this shared silence, they were bound together, their spirits united in the quiet strength of the night. The whispers of history grew softer, a gentle susurration that wove through her consciousness, inviting her to delve deeper into the dreams that awaited. They spoke of lives lived in defiance of fear, of love that blossomed even in the harshest of winters. These stories, like the candle's glow, illuminated the darkness, offering warmth and solace to her weary soul, and as she surrendered to the embrace of sleep, the night unfolded around her like a protective cocoon, its darkness speckled with the soft glow of distant stars. The world outside grew hushed, the chaos of the day fading into the gentle rhythm of her breath. She felt the earth's pulse beneath her, a steady heartbeat that echoed through her dreams, grounding her in the present. The first light of dawn began to stretch across the sky, its gentle hues washing over the landscape with a promise of renewal. As the horizon blushed with the colors of a new day, the night whispered its final lullaby, a promise that the stories of the past would live on in the hearts of those who dared to dream of peace amidst the storm. And so, cocooned in this sanctuary of calm, she drifted deeper into the embrace of sleep, held tenderly by the night's enduring grace. In the stillness of the room, a faint flicker of candlelight cast gentle shadows that danced upon the walls, weaving patterns of light and dark that mimicked the delicate interplay of her dreams. The air was cool, a reminder of the world outside, yet it carried with it an almost soothing crispness, like the first breath of winter that nips playfully at one's cheeks. Each inhalation filled her with a sense of calm, as if the very act of breathing was a bridge to the stories of long ago. Outside, the distant echoes of a world in slumber could be heard. Soft murmurings of the wind through bare branches, the low hum of a faraway train, and the occasional call of a night bird. These sounds, barely more than whispers, seemed to cradle her, blending seamlessly with the rhythm of her own heartbeat. They were the soft lullabies of nature, harmonizing with the quiet narratives of history as they unfolded within her mind. In her imagination, she wandered through fields dotted with wild flowers, their colors muted under the watchful gaze of a silver moon. The earth beneath her feet was cool and firm, a grounding presence that whispered of resilience and renewal. She could almost feel the gentle caress of a breeze, carrying with it the scent of wild thyme and lavender, mingling with the faint tang of smoke from distant hearth fires. It was a scent that spoke of home, of safety, of stories told by firelight. The candle flickered gently, its flame a steadfast sentinel against the encroaching night. Its light was warm, a silent guardian that warded off the shadows, allowing her to sink deeper into the embrace of sleep. It was as if the candle itself held memories, glowing with the quiet wisdom of all the nights it had stood watch, bearing witness to the dreams and hopes of those who had come before. As she drifted further into the depths of slumber, the whispers of history played like a soft symphony in her mind. Tales of bravery and tenderness, of whispered promises on moonlit nights, of laughter shared amidst the ruins. Each story was a thread, woven into the tapestry of her dreams, binding her to the past and to the hope of dawn. And in that sacred moment, as the night wrapped her in its gentle embrace, she felt the whispers of those who had walked before her, guiding her towards the light of a new day. The promise of renewal was carried on the wings of the morning breeze, and as the first rays of sunlight kissed the horizon, she knew that the stories would endure, as eternal as the stars that watched over her slumber. The night enveloped her like a soft velvet cloak, its silence a companion, gentle and profound. The distant echoes of a world in quiet repose reached her ears. A lullaby of rustling leaves and the occasional hoot of an owl, hidden somewhere in the dense tapestry of the forest. These sounds were woven with the distant murmur of a stream, whispering secrets to the stones that lined its banks, their cool surfaces polished by the passage of time. The air was crisp, carrying the chill of the late hour, yet it was refreshing, invigorating, a reminder of the world beyond this moment, a world that lay waiting for the dawn. In this serene cocoon, she floated on the edge of consciousness, cradled by the gentle rhythm of her own breathing, each inhale and exhale a soft reminder of life's continuity. The candle by her side flickered once more, its flame dancing in a timeless, silent performance. Shadows played upon the walls, their shapes shifting and merging, telling stories of their own, a silent theatre of light and dark. The glow cast a gentle warmth, a golden hue that seemed to wrap her in a cocoon of safety, a light that promised refuge from the uncertainties of the world outside. In this tranquil state her mind drifted further, weaving dreams that felt both ancient and new. Images of rolling fields under starlit skies, of villages nestled in valleys, their rooftops dusted with snow, floated gently into her consciousness. She saw faces, familiar and dear, their eyes alight with laughter, their voices a comforting murmur, like the leaves in the breeze. These visions, ethereal and fleeting, whispered to her of love and loss, of courage found in the quietest of hearts. They spoke of hands held in silent companionship, of letters penned under flickering candlelight, carrying words of hope across oceans. Each dream was a gentle reminder of the resilience of the human spirit, of the bonds that tether us to one another, even through the darkest nights. As the night deepened, she felt the presence of those who had walked these paths before her, their whispers a chorus of encouragement, urging her to carry their stories forward. Their voices were gentle, a melody that promised not only survival but renewal, a testament to the enduring spirit of humanity. And so, as the first light of dawn began to paint the sky with hues of pink and gold, she stirred, feeling the gentle caress of morning upon her skin. The stories of the night had filled her soul, leaving behind a quiet strength, a certainty that with each new day comes the promise of beginnings. In the soft, burgeoning light, she knew that as long as these tales were told, they would live on, eternal and steadfast. Like the stars that had watched over her dreams, the room was still, wrapped in the gentle embrace of pre-dawn silence. A faint chill lingered in the air, a reminder of the night that had passed. It wove around her like a ghostly shawl, brushing softly against her cheeks, as if the cold itself carried the echoes of 1,000 whispered stories. The candle, now a mere stub, flickered one last time, casting playful shadows that danced across the walls, creating a tapestry of light and dark, a silent duet of what was and what could be. Beyond the window pane, the world was slowly awakening. The distant echoes of a war-torn land were muted here, softened by the miles and memories that separated them. Yet they remained, a gentle hum beneath the surface, like the undertow of a serene sea. It was a reminder of the struggles that had shaped her world, of the battles fought not just on fields of conflict, but within the hearts of those who dared to dream of peace. As the candle's flame wavered, its light a tender companion through the night, she felt the stories of courage and sacrifice settle within her, a quilt of tales woven with threads of fortitude and grace. Each narrative was a testament to the strength found in the quiet moments, in the spaces between action and reflection. They were stories of resilience that sang softly through the corridors of time, carried by the winds to those willing to listen. In her mind she walked through a landscape of memories, each step accompanied by the gentle rustle of leaves and the far-off call of a lark greeting the dawn. The air was crisp, carrying with it the scents of earth and pine, of places familiar yet distant. The whispers of the past were all around her, a gentle symphony composed of voices long gone, yet ever present. She paused, feeling the weight of these stories settle into her bones, grounding her in a sense of belonging that was both ancient and new. It was a connection to the past, an unbreakable thread that tied her to those who had come before, and to those who would follow. Their whispers were a promise, echoing through the halls of her heart, urging her to remember, to bear witness, and to carry their legacy forward. With the dawn's gentle light growing ever brighter, she rose, feeling the warmth of the new day embrace her. The world was still, the hush of morning a gentle reminder that, in every ending there is a beginning. She knew that these stories, cradled within her, would guide her through the days to come, a beacon of hope in an uncertain world. And as the echoes of the night faded into the promise of day, she stepped forward, ready to weave her own tale into the tapestry of life. As she moved through the tapestry of her thoughts, the candlelight flickered softly, casting gentle shadows that danced upon the walls like ghosts of the past. The cold air embraced her, a delicate caress that whispered secrets of the night. She listened intently, drawn into the soothing cadence of history's lullaby, each note a tender reminder of the resilience that endured through the ages. There, in the quiet corners of her mind, she found solace in the stories of those who had walked before her. Their lives were etched in the fabric of time, woven with threads of courage and quiet fortitude. The distant echoes of their laughter and tears resonated in her soul, a reminder that she was never truly alone. The past was alive within her, a living testament to the strength found in unity and love. The gentle glow of the candle seemed to hold the essence of those bygone days, a flickering homage to the lives lived in the shadows of war. It was a light that refused to be extinguished, a beacon that guided her through the labyrinth of memory. She imagined the faces of those who had once gathered around similar flames, their eyes reflecting the same determination and hope that now burned within her. In this serene moment, time seemed to stretch and bend, allowing her to linger in the embrace of the past. The whispers grew softer, melding with the soft rustle of the leaves outside her window, as if nature itself was conspiring to keep the stories alive. The world was a symphony of gentle sounds, each note a bridge connecting her to an unbroken lineage of strength and tenderness. The chill in the air carried a bittersweet reminder of the fragility of life, yet within its grasp lay the promise of renewal. She closed her eyes, feeling the cool breeze brush against her skin, a tender reminder that change was inevitable, yet beautiful. It was the same wind that had carried the stories to her, the same wind that would carry her own tale onward, a whisper in the grand narrative of existence. As the candle burned lower, she knew that her journey was just beginning. The stories she held close would be her compass, guiding her through the uncharted waters of tomorrow. They were a legacy of love and courage, a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit. And as the first light of dawn kissed the horizon, she felt a profound sense of peace, ready to step into the world, her heart a vessel for the stories that had shaped her, and those she would yet tell. In the gentle light of morning, she stood poised between the echoes of the past and the promise of the future, a guardian of memories, a weaver of dreams. The world awaited her story, and she was ready to begin. In the subdued glow of the candle's final flicker, the room was bathed in a warm, golden hue, casting elongated shadows that danced gently across the walls. The soft, rhythmic ticking of an old clock played a quiet counterpoint to the distant echoes of a world at rest. Beyond the window, the first stirrings of dawn brushed the sky with delicate strokes of lavender and blush, painting a tranquil canvas that promised hope and renewal. She stood at the threshold of her dreams, where the past and future met in a tender embrace. The stories of old whispered through her mind, like a gentle lullaby, each tale a thread in the intricate tapestry of her heritage. They were stories told in hushed tones, carried on the wings of the cold night air, reverberating with the soft reverence of voices long faded into the ether. These whispers were her inheritance, a collection of moments woven from courage and resilience, shadowed by the spectre of war, yet luminous with the light of human kindness. With each breath she inhaled the crisp, cool air, a reminder of the world outside her window, vast and waiting to be discovered. She felt the chill touch her senses, invigorating and alive, a gentle prod, urging her forward. Her heart swelled with the understanding that every ending was but a prelude to a new beginning, every story a seed yearning to blossom into its own legacy. The candle's flame, now a mere whisper of light, mirrored her own resolve. Though diminutive, it was steadfast, a beacon of warmth and illumination in the encroaching dawn. It flickered with determination, a testament to the quiet strength she carried within her, a strength molded by the countless stories that had shaped her, their echoes eternal and unwavering. As she turned away from the window, the world outside began to stir with the soft sounds of awakening. Birds sang tentative notes, a tender serenade to the breaking day. The gentle rustle of leaves whispered secrets of renewal, reminding her that life was a continuous cycle of growth and transformation. She wrapped herself in a shawl, its soft fabric a comforting embrace against the morning chill. With each step, she felt the weight of the stories she carried, not as a burden, but as a cherished gift, an ever-present reminder of where she had come from, and the boundless possibilities of where she might go. Her heart, a vessel brimming with dreams and memories, beat with quiet anticipation. The world awaited her story, a narrative woven with threads of love, hope, and unyielding spirit. And as she crossed the threshold into the morning light, she knew that she was ready to begin anew, guided by the whispers of the past and the promise of the future, ever a guardian of memories and a weaver of dreams. The candle's flame gently danced in the dim room, casting soft golden hues that ebbed and flowed like a placid river. Shadows played upon the walls, whispering tales of old, their voices carried on the wings of the cool morning air. The echoes of these stories were like ancient lullabies, soothing and familiar, cradling her in their embrace as she prepared to step into the new day. Outside, the world was awakening with a slow, deliberate grace. The distant echoes of life filtered through the open window, a symphony of gentle murmurs that rose and fell with the rhythm of the earth. The cold air, crisp and invigorating, caressed her cheeks, a tender reminder of the vitality that thrived amidst the ruins of the past. The candle, now a mere nub, flickered one last time before surrendering to the dawn. Its passing was not mourned but celebrated, a silent testament to the cycles of existence. In its place, the first light of day crept in, painting the room with hues of soft amber and rose. The transition was seamless, the night gracefully bowing to the morning in a dance as old as time itself. She moved with quiet purpose, each step a gentle echo in the stillness, the whisper of her shawl brushing against her skin. The fabric was woven with memories, a tapestry of moments and emotions that wrapped around her like a second skin. It was a comfort, a reminder of the love that had been, and the love that awaited her still. In the distance, the soft toll of a bell marked the hour, a serene cadence that punctuated the morning air. It was a sound both ancient and timeless, resonating deep within her soul, calling her to embrace the day with courage and grace. The bell's echoes lingered, intertwining with the birdsong and the rustling leaves, creating a harmonious lullaby that gently nudged the world awake. Her thoughts drifted to those she had loved and lost, their faces etched in her memory, their voices woven into the fabric of her being. They were with her always, guiding her, whispering words of encouragement and wisdom. In the quiet moments, she could almost hear them, their presence a balm to her spirit, their legacy a beacon of hope. With a final glance back at the room, she stepped into the morning light, the air crisp and alive with possibilities. She felt the whispers of history at her back, propelling her forward into the embrace of a new day. The stories she carried were not weights, but wings, lifting her, freeing her to soar into the future with a heart full of dreams and a soul alight with promise. As she ventured beyond the threshold, the world outside unfurled before her like a vast, untamed canvas, vibrant yet serene. The cold morning air kissed her cheeks with a gentle caress, a tender reminder of the day's freshness, its promise yet untold. Each breath was a melody, a symphony of life playing softly around her, inviting her to listen, to become a part of the unfolding dawn. The candle she had lit in her chamber flickered out behind her, its faint glow lingering as a whisper in the corners of her memory. Its light had been a silent companion during the long, shadowed nights, its warmth a beacon against the chill of solitude. But now, as the sun began its own ascent, she let go of the night's gentle embrace, allowing the golden light to guide her steps. The world was waking slowly, each sound a gentle affirmation of life continuing. The distant echoes of a train, a low hum on the horizon, spoke of journeys embarked upon, of lives intersecting and diverging. It was a sound both foreign and familiar, a reminder of times when she too had travelled, her heart full of both anticipation and nostalgia. She walked along the cobblestone path, her footsteps a soft rhythm against the earth. Steady and sure, the stones, worn smooth by countless travellers, whispered stories of those who had come before, their tales etched into the fabric of time. She paused for a moment, her fingers grazing the cool surface, feeling the energy of those past lives, their courage and resilience, a steady undercurrent in the morning stillness. The village square was slowly coming to life, a gentle hum of activity beginning to stir. Shopkeepers opened their doors with a soft creak of wood and the jingle of bells, their movements deliberate and unhurried. Neighbours exchanged morning greetings, their voices low and warm, weaving a tapestry of camaraderie that wrapped around the heart of the village like a comforting shawl. She took a moment to close her eyes, allowing the whispers of the morning to envelop her. In that serene pause, she felt the weight of history settle softly upon her shoulders, not as a burden, but as a gentle mantle woven from the threads of countless stories. Each one was a testament to endurance, a reminder of the light that endures even in the darkest times. As the sun climbed higher, painting the sky in hues of gold and rose, she continued onward, her heart a quiet drumbeat in time with the world. The day awaited, full of endless possibilities, and she moved forward with grace, her spirit buoyed by the whispers of those who had walked this path before her, their love and their dreams guiding her ever onward into the light. The cobblestones beneath her feet were cool, a gentle reminder of the night's lingering embrace. The air carried a crispness that whispered of autumn's approach, the kind that kissed cheeks with a gentle chill and filled lungs with a refreshing clarity. Her breath mingled with the morning mist, forming delicate clouds that danced and vanished like ghosts of conversations past. The village, with its quaint, time-worn charm, seemed to hold its breath in these early hours, as if savouring the quiet before the day's symphony began in earnest. Candlelight flickered in windows, casting a warm glow that softened the edges of the world and bathed each face in a golden hue. It was a light that spoke of hope, of warmth, and of a resilience that burned steadily through the night. In the distance, the echoes of a train whistle floated on the breeze, its sound a haunting melody that spoke of journeys yet to come, and of those already taken. The tracks, like the cobblestones, were a path etched into the earth, a lifeline that connected the tiny village to the larger tapestry of the world beyond. Yet here, in this moment, the village was its own universe, a haven where time flowed like honey, rich and slow. She walked past the bakery, where the scent of freshly baked bread curled invitingly through the air, wrapping around her like a tender embrace. The aroma was a promise of sustenance, of simple joys that nourished both body and soul. She lingered for a moment, savouring the warmth that seeped into her being, and then continued on her way, the sound of her steps a gentle counterpoint to the village's waking song. The path led her to the edge of the village, where the fields stretched out like a patchwork quilt, their colours muted under the morning light. The grass whispered secrets to the wind, and she paused to listen, her heart attuned to the language of nature. It was a dialogue older than time, a conversation that had persisted through war and peace, through hardship and triumph. In that moment she felt the presence of those who had come before her, their spirits a soft chorus that filled her with a sense of belonging. Their whispers were a lullaby, a promise that she was never truly alone. The world was vast and unpredictable. But here, in the gentle embrace of the village, she found a peace that was both fragile and enduring. With a deep breath, she turned her face towards the horizon, where the sun continued its ascent, a beacon of light and hope. She stepped forward, her heart light and her spirit steady, ready to weave her own story into the eternal tapestry, guided by the voices of the past and the promise of the dawn. As she continued her walk, the path beneath her feet was a mosaic of cobblestones, worn smooth by the passage of countless travellers. Each stone seemed to hold a fragment of history, imbued with the memories of those who had walked this way before. The soft echoes of their footsteps mingled with hers, creating a symphony of time that resonated deep within her soul. The morning air was crisp and carried with it the faintest chill, a gentle reminder of the season's slow transition. Each breath she took was cool and invigorating, filling her lungs with the promise of change. The world around her was awakening, yet there was a serenity in the stillness that enveloped her, as if the village and its surroundings were suspended in a moment of tranquil reflection. As she neared the heart of the village, the soft glow of candlelight flickered from the windows of the small chapel, casting a warm golden hue upon the cobblestones. The light danced and quivered, painting shadows that seemed to sway in a gentle waltz with the breeze. From within, she could hear the faint strains of a hymn, a melody that floated through the air like a soothing balm, calming the restless stirrings of the morning. She paused at the chapel's entrance, her fingers brushing the cold, weathered wood of the door. The texture was familiar, reassuring, like the touch of an old friend. She closed her eyes and allowed the music to fill her, each note a gentle whisper that spoke of faith, hope, and the enduring resilience of the human spirit. With each step inside, the world seemed to grow quieter, the outside sounds fading into a distant murmur. The air was filled with the faint scent of beeswax and incense, mingling in a fragrant embrace that was both sacred and comforting. The pews were bathed in the soft glow of the candles, their flickering flames a testament to the light that persisted even in the darkest of times. She sat in the hushed stillness, her heart lined with the rhythmic cadence of whispered prayers that danced in the air. Each murmur was a thread, weaving together the hopes and dreams of those gathered, creating a tapestry of collective yearning that soared upwards, towards the vaulted heavens. In this serene cocoon, she found solace. The world outside, with all its chaos and uncertainty, felt distant, like an echo carried away on the wind. Here, in this sacred space, time flowed in a gentle current, carrying her with it, cradling her in a moment that felt both fleeting and eternal. As the hymn reached its gentle crescendo, she rose, her heart lightened by the simple grace of the morning. She stepped back into the embrace of the village, the whisper of the past guiding her forward, her path illuminated by the soft promise of the candlelight and the ever-present hope of the dawn. The village lay wrapped in a soft shroud of mist, the kind that lingers in the early hours when the world is still shaking off the remnants of night. The cobblestone streets glistened with dew, each stone a silent witness to the passage of countless feet, to stories woven through time. Her breath mingled with the cold air, forming small clouds that drifted upwards, vanishing into the morning's embrace. As she walked, the distant echoes of the church bells reverberated through the quiet, a gentle reminder of time's unyielding march. Each chime was a note in a symphony of serenity, a sound that seemed to resonate with the very heart of the village, binding its people in an unspoken unity. The village itself seemed to stir slowly, as if reluctant to break the spell of tranquility cast by the night. Window shutters creaked open, letting in the day, while the soft rustle of leaves whispered secrets only the morning knew. The air was crisp, tinged with the promise of autumn, carrying with it the faint scent of earth and wood smoke. She paused by a small fountain, its water flowing with a gentle constancy that mirrored the rhythm of her thoughts. The sound was soothing, a liquid lullaby that spoke of continuity and life. She dipped her fingers into the cool liquid, feeling its smooth caress, a reminder of the simple pleasures that endured even in times of strife. Nearby, the baker's shop began to stir with life, the aroma of fresh bread mingling with the crisp air, a warm invitation that wrapped around her like a comforting embrace. The scent was a beacon, drawing her closer, a reminder of the small joys that sustained the soul. Inside, the warmth of the oven enveloped her, a stark contrast to the chill outside. The baker, a kindly figure with flour-dusted hands, offered a smile that spoke of shared histories and unspoken understanding. She accepted a loaf, its surface still warm, and cradled it in her hands, savoring the simple comfort it promised. As she resumed her walk, the village slowly awoke around her, each sound a gentle addition to the day's unfolding symphony. Children's laughter floated on the breeze, a sweet counterpoint to the steady rhythm of footsteps and the soft murmur of voices greeting the day. In this quiet corner of the world, amidst the echoes of history and the whispers of a new dawn, she found a peace that transcended the tumultuous world beyond. Each step forward was a step into hope, a step into light, guided by the gentle glow of memory and the unwavering promise of the day to come. The village path wound its way through the heart of the morning, a tranquil vein connecting the pulsating life that thrived beneath the surface of routine. Overhead, the sky slowly unveiled its canvas, painted with the soft hues of dawn that whispered promises of renewal. The faint rustle of leaves, stirred by a playful breeze, harmonized with the subtle chorus of awakening nature, a distant echo of songbirds, heralding the new day. Her footsteps were a soft rhythm on the cobblestones, a measured cadence that matched the serene heartbeat of the village. The world was unhurried here, each moment stretching languidly into the next, like the gentle unfolding of a lullaby. The air was crisp, carrying with it the scent of damp earth and the lingering chill of night, a reminder of the world's quiet persistence. Candlelight flickered from a nearby window, casting a warm, golden glow that danced upon the cobblestones, a beacon of life in the stillness. It was the blacksmith's forge, where the gentle clinking of metal against metal resonated with a comforting regularity. Each strike was a whisper of strength, a testament to the enduring spirit of the village. As she continued, the path led her to the edge of the fields, where the land stretched out like a great, sleeping giant, its breath rising in gentle mists against the morning light. Here, the world opened up, vast and unending, the horizon, a delicate scene between earth and sky. She paused for a moment, inhaling deeply, letting the cool air fill her lungs, a cleansing breath that carried with it the hope of a new beginning. The fields were quiet now, a sea of tranquility, yet beneath the surface lay the promise of growth, the quiet assurance of life that carried on despite the chaos of the world beyond. As she turned back toward the village, the distant toll of a church bell rang out, its deep tones resonating through the air, a timeless call to unity and reflection. It was a sound that gathered the scattered threads of the morning, weaving them into a tapestry of shared existence. With each step, she felt the gentle weight of history upon her shoulders, a comforting presence that guided her forward. The whispers of the past mingled with the promise of the future, a delicate balance that filled her with a quiet resolve. In this place, amidst the echoes and whispers, she found a calm that anchored her, a peace that was both fleeting and eternal. And so, with the dawn at her back and the day stretched out before her, she walked on, cradling hope as tenderly as the warm loaf of bread in her hands. As she gently made her way back toward the heart of the village, the soft crunch of frost beneath her boots was a delicate symphony, each step a note in the morning's quiet melody. The world was wrapped in a hushed stillness, as if holding its breath, waiting for the day to fully awaken. The sky above was a canvas of soft pastels, the lingering blush of dawn fading gracefully into the pale blue of morning. The path was lined with the skeletal forms of trees, their branches etched against the sky like ink drawings. They whispered secrets to one another, their bare limbs swaying gently in the crisp breeze that carried with it the faint scent of wood smoke. Somewhere in the distance, a lone bird sang a solitary song, its notes rising and falling with the rhythm of the land. As she approached the village, the warm glow of candlelight began to flicker in the windows of the small stone cottages, casting a golden hue upon the cobblestones. It was a light both fragile and steadfast, a beacon of warmth against the chill of the morning air. Shadows danced along the walls, weaving stories of their own, silent witnesses to the lives unfolding within. The air was alive with the gentle murmurs of waking life, the soft rustle of fabric, the quiet clatter of breakfast preparations, the whispered conversations that floated through the open windows like the scent of fresh-baked bread. These were the sounds of a village knitted together by the bonds of shared history and daily ritual, a community that thrived in the face of uncertainty with grace and resilience. She passed the small chapel, where the sunlight filtered through stained glass, painting the stone floor with splashes of color. The echoes of her footsteps mingled with the distant hum of prayer, a harmony of spirit and sound that filled the space with a profound serenity. In the village square, she paused, allowing herself a moment to simply be. The world around her was a living tableau, each element connected by invisible threads. The cold air kissed her cheeks, invigorating and real, a reminder that she was alive and part of this intricate tapestry. Standing there, In the gentle embrace of the morning, she felt the weight of her burdens lift. If only for a moment, the echoes of history and whispers of hope intertwined around her, a lullaby of resilience that promised a new day. With quiet determination, she cradled the warmth of the bread closer, a symbol of sustenance and care, and continued on, her heart steady, her spirit unyielding. As she continued her stroll through the village, the cobblestones beneath her feet seemed to whisper secrets of the past, stories etched into their surface by countless footsteps over the years. The distant echoes of laughter and song from a time long gone lingered in the crisp morning air, wrapping around her like a comforting shawl. She could almost hear the joyful cries of children playing in the square, their voices carried away on the winds of memory. The village was slowly awakening, each house a vessel of life. Nestled snugly against the cold, candles flickered gently in the windows, casting a warm golden glow that softened the edges of the world. It was as if the light itself held its breath in reverence, illuminating the quiet moments before the day truly began. The soft amber hues danced with the shadows, creating a tapestry of light and dark that told its own tale of balance and harmony. As she walked, she caught the scent of pine from the nearby forest, a crisp reminder of the natural world that cradled this small community. The trees stood as silent sentinels, their branches swaying gently in the breeze, whispering their own stories to the sky. She felt a kinship with them, these ancient beings who had witnessed the ebb and flow of time, steadfast and enduring. Her path led her to the river's edge, where the water flowed with a quiet grace, its surface a mirror reflecting the soft hues of the dawn sky. The gentle lapping of the water against the rocks was a soothing melody, a symphony of nature that calmed her racing thoughts. She paused there, allowing the serenity of the moment to wash over her, each breath a testament to the peaceful rhythm of life. In the distance, the faint notes of a harmonica drifted on the breeze, a melody both haunting and beautiful, echoing through the valley. It was a song of longing and hope, a reminder that even in the darkest times, music could lift the spirit and bridge the chasms of fear and doubt. The sound wove through the cold air, touching her heart with its poignant grace. As the village slowly came to life, she felt the pulse of its collective heartbeat, a steady rhythm of resilience and unity. In this quiet corner of the world, far from the chaos and uncertainty beyond, they had carved out a sanctuary, a place where whispers of the past and dreams of the future coexisted in delicate harmony. With each step, she carried with her the promise of the day, a gentle reminder that even amidst the shadows there was light. The morning air was crisp, wrapping around her like a gentle embrace, cool yet invigorating. She pulled her shawl tighter, feeling the soft fabric against her skin, a small comfort against the chill. The world was awakening slowly, as if reluctant to disturb the tranquility that enveloped the village. As she walked along the narrow path, the flickering glow of candlelight spilled from the windows of the cottages she passed, casting elongated shadows that danced playfully upon the cobblestone streets. Each candle, a beacon of warmth and hope, whispered stories of families gathered around tables, of laughter and love shared in hushed tones. The soft golden light was a soothing balm, a gentle reminder that even in the darkest times, there was refuge in the warmth of human connection. Above, the sky began to blush with the first light of dawn, a delicate tapestry of pinks and oranges, unfurling across the horizon. The sight stirred something deep within her, a quiet awe at the beauty of the world, even as it lay shrouded in uncertainty. The distant echoes of birdsong heralded the new day, their sweet, lilting notes a promise of renewal and hope. Slowly her path wound its way to the village square, where the ancient stone fountain stood, its water trickling with a timeless grace. She paused there, listening to the gentle whispers of the water as it cascaded over the worn stones, a soothing lullaby that spoke of endurance and continuity. The fountain was the heart of the village, a gathering place where stories were shared and lives intertwined. In the quiet of the morning she could hear the soft murmur of voices from the bakery, where the aroma of freshly baked bread mingled with the cold air, a comforting scent that wrapped around her like a warm embrace. It was a fragrance that spoke of home, of sustenance and care, a simple pleasure in a world that had grown complex and uncertain. As the sun crested the horizon, casting a warm glow over the village, she felt a quiet strength within her, a resolve to face whatever lay ahead. The whispers of the past and the dreams of the future wove together in a delicate tapestry of hope, a reminder that even amidst the shadows, there was light. And so, with a heart full of quiet determination, she stepped forward into the day, each footfall a gentle promise of resilience and grace. The morning unfolded like a whispered secret, delicate and tender, under the soft embrace of the dawning light. As she moved through the village, the air held a crispness that invigorated her senses, a reminder of the season's chill that lingered long after the frost had melted. The cold air nipped gently at her cheeks, a playful reminder of the world beyond her thoughts, grounding her in the present moment. The village square was still cloaked in the soft shades of early light, the cobblestones glistening with the dew of dawn. The candlelight flickered in the windows of the small houses that lined the square, their warm glow a beacon of life and warmth in the quiet morning. She imagined families stirring within, the gentle rustle of blankets, the hushed voices sharing dreams and plans for the day ahead. Nearby, the church bell tolled softly, its deep, resonant chime echoing through the still air, a gentle reminder of the passage of time. Each note hung in the crisp morning air, reverberating against the stone walls of the village, a sound both ancient and eternal. It was a call to the villagers, a summons to gather, not just in faith, but in unity, an affirmation of their shared hopes and dreams. She wandered towards the edge of the village, where the fields stretched out like a patchwork quilt, the earth rich and dark, promising life and sustenance. The sight of the fields, kissed by the first light of dawn, filled her with a sense of peace, a reminder of the cycles that governed the land, the unending rhythm of sowing and reaping, of growth and renewal. The whispers of the wind carried with them the scent of the earth, fresh and alive, mingling with the distant echoes of laughter from children who were already up and about, their voices a joyful counterpoint to the solemnity of the morning. She paused, letting the sounds wash over her, feeling the gentle caress of the wind through her hair, a soft, invisible hand guiding her forward in this tranquil moment. Amidst the soft murmurs of life awakening around her, she found solace. The world, with all its complexities and uncertainties, faded into the background, leaving only the simple beauty of the present. It was a fleeting moment of clarity, a reminder that even amidst the chaos of the world, there were pockets of peace and beauty to be cherished. With a heart buoyed by the quiet strength of the morning, she continued on her path, each step a gentle testament to the enduring spirit of hope. In the embrace of the new day, she found the courage to face whatever lay ahead, the whispers of the past and the promises of the future, guiding her onward, a lullaby of resilience and grace. As she walked, the candlelight from the windows of the village houses flickered softly in the distance, casting a warm, golden hue over the scene. The glow seemed to dance in rhythm with the whispers of the wind, creating an ethereal symphony that filled the crisp morning air. Each flicker was like a heartbeat, steady and comforting, echoing the quiet strength that lay within her. The cold air nipped gently at her cheeks, a sharp contrast to the warmth of the candlelight, but she welcomed it. It was invigorating, a reminder of the vitality that flowed through the land and through her, a shared breath with the earth itself. She pulled her shawl tighter around her shoulders, savoring the texture of the wool against her skin, a tactile connection to the world around her. As she moved further into the open fields, the whispers of nature grew more pronounced. The rustle of leaves, the distant call of a bird, the gentle sigh of the earth beneath her feet, all combined into a lullaby that resonated deep within her soul. The harmony was soothing, like the softest whisper of reassurance, a gentle promise that life would continue to weave its intricate tapestry, thread by thread. The horizon stretched out before her, a canvas painted with hues of lavender and rose, the sun a shy presence just beginning to peek above the distant hills. Its light, though faint, held the promise of warmth, of a new day filled with potential and possibility. She paused to watch the sky transform, a slow, deliberate dance of colors unfolding in time with the gentle swell of her breath. In the stillness, she could almost hear the whispers of those who had walked these paths before her, their stories etched into the very soil beneath her feet. The echoes of their hopes and dreams lingered in the air, a soft murmur that spoke of resilience and courage, of lives lived and sacrifices made. It was a poignant reminder of the interconnectedness of all things, a delicate thread of humanity that bound them all together. As the sun rose higher, casting its golden light across the fields, she felt a sense of renewal wash over her. The world was awakening, and with it, so was she. The distant echoes of laughter and life, the flickering candlelight, the cold air, and the whispers of the earth, all melded into a tapestry of tranquility, a gentle assurance that despite the uncertainties of the world, beauty and peace could always be found. With a heart full of quiet determination, she turned back towards the village, ready to embrace the day. The whispers of the morning lingered in her mind, a soothing balm that would carry her through whatever challenges lay ahead, a lullaby of hope and grace to guide her home. As she ambled down the narrow path towards the village, the world unfurled around her like a tender embrace. The morning air crisp and invigorating against her skin. The village lay nestled in the valley, its rooftops peeking through a sea of verdant trees, their leaves whispering secrets to the wind. Each step she took was deliberate, a gentle rhythm that matched the steady beating of her heart. The echoes of distant church bells began to weave through the air, their chimes resonant but soft, as if the world itself was holding its breath in reverence. The sound carried with it a sense of timelessness, a reminder of countless dawns that had come and gone, each one a silent witness to the unfolding stories of those who had called this place home. The path wound its way through fields where the morning dew lay thick upon the grass, each droplet reflecting the burgeoning light like a myriad of tiny stars. She reached out to touch the cool blades, feeling the moisture on her fingertips, a tangible connection to the earth that grounded her in its steadfast presence. Above, the sky continued its transformation, the lavender and rose giving way to shades of gold and azure, a celestial ballet that played out with serene grace. As she neared the village, the scent of wood smoke drifted through the air, mingling with the earthy aroma of damp soil and the faintest hint of wildflowers. It was a comforting fragrance, evoking memories of evenings spent by the fireside, stories shared in hushed tones as candles flickered and shadows danced upon the walls. The village was stirring to life, yet there remained a certain stillness, a pause before the day's full embrace. Children's laughter drifted on the breeze, a joyful counterpoint to the tranquil morning, their voices bright and unburdened. It was a sound that carried hope, a reminder that even in times of uncertainty, life continued to blossom and grow. The villagers moved with quiet purpose, their whispers a collective hum that spoke of routine and resilience, of community and care. As she stepped onto the cobblestone streets, the cold air kissed her cheeks, invigorating her with a sense of clarity and resolve. She was ready to face the day, carrying with her the morning's gentle whispers of peace and promise. The village welcomed her like an old friend, its heartbeat steady and true, a place where the past and present converged in harmonious unity. And so she walked on, her spirit buoyed by the calm serenity of the dawn, the lullaby of hope and grace echoing softly in her soul, guiding her towards whatever lay ahead with quiet strength and unwavering faith. The cobblestones beneath her feet were cool with the lingering touch of night, their surface worn smooth by countless footsteps that had traced these paths through the years. Each step resonated softly, a gentle rhythm that grounded her amidst the swirling tapestry of morning sounds. Above, the sky stretched wide and open, the sun's first light weaving through the branches of ancient trees that lined the village square, casting delicate patterns on the ground. In the distance, the echoes of a church bell tolled, its deep, sonorous voice carrying over the rooftops, a reminder of the passage of time and the constancy of faith. It was a sound that wrapped around her like a familiar comfort, its resonance a soothing balm in a world that often seemed fraught with uncertainty. She paused for a moment near the village fountain, where water sang its own soft melody, a crystalline chorus that sparkled in the morning light. The fountain's gentle murmur was joined by the rustling of leaves overhead, whispering secrets to the wind, their conversations as old as the earth itself. She closed her eyes briefly, allowing the symphony of sounds to wash over her, a lullaby of life and continuity. The warmth of candlelight flickered through the windows of the nearby bakery, the golden glow a beacon of welcome in the cool air. The scent of freshly baked bread mingled with the morning mist, a fragrance so rich and inviting that it seemed to wrap around her like a comforting embrace. It was a reminder of the simple pleasures, the small joys that wove themselves into the fabric of everyday life, creating moments of solace amidst the larger tapestry of existence. She resumed her walk, her pace unhurried, each breath a gentle exhalation of gratitude for the beauty that surrounded her. The village was a living poem, its verses composed of the lives and stories of its inhabitants, each one contributing to the collective tale of resilience and hope. As the sun climbed higher, its rays caressed the rooftops, painting them in hues of amber and rose, a promise of warmth to come. She felt a quiet thrill of anticipation, her heart lifted by the beauty of the morning, the promise of new beginnings whispered in every breeze. With each step, she carried the echoes of laughter, the scent of wildflowers, the warmth of dreams shared by candlelight. It was a symphony of life, a lullaby that cradled her spirit, guiding her with gentle strength towards the horizon, where the future lay waiting in serene expectation. The path beneath her feet was a mosaic of cobblestones, cool and worn smooth by time, each one telling its own story of countless travelers who had passed this way before. As she moved, the sound of her footsteps mingled with the distant echoes of the village, waking to the day, a soft rhythmic accompaniment to the melody of her thoughts. The cool air kissed her cheeks, invigorating and fresh, a reminder of the world beyond her own small sphere, vast and full of possibilities. The gentle buzzing of bees dancing among the wildflowers reached her ears, a soft whisper against the backdrop of birdsong that filled the air. Their delicate flight was a ballet of nature, each movement purposeful and serene, a testament to the harmonious balance of life. She paused for a moment, letting her gaze drift to the fields that lay just beyond the village, the golden stalks swaying gently in the morning breeze, their rustle a soothing symphony that spoke of harvests to come. In the distance the church bell tolled, its deep, resonant chime a gentle reminder of the passage of time, marking the hours with a comforting regularity. It was a sound that had woven itself into the rhythm of the village, its presence steady and reassuring amidst the uncertainties of the world. The bell's echoes lingered in the air, long after the final note had faded, a lingering promise of continuity and the enduring strength of community. As she walked, she caught snippets of conversation carried on the breeze, soft whispers of greetings, the tender murmur of a mother's love, the joyous laughter of children at play. These sounds were the heartbeat of the village, a tapestry of voices that spoke of connection and belonging, weaving together the lives of those who called this place home. The day unfolded slowly, each moment a gentle unfolding of petals, revealing the beauty of life in its simplest form. She felt a quiet sense of peace settle over her, a deep appreciation for the present, for the moments that made up the tapestry of her life. The world around her was a lullaby, a tender embrace that cradled her in its warmth, guiding her gently forward on her journey. As she reached the edge of the village, she paused once more, her gaze lingering on the horizon, where the sun cast its golden light upon the land. In that moment she felt the whispers of the past and the promise of the future converge, a symphony of hope and resilience that carried her forward, step by step, into the unknown. The evening descended softly upon the village, wrapping it in a cloak of twilight hues. The sky, a canvas of dusky blues and gentle purples, was slowly embroidered with the first stars, their faint glimmer a delicate promise of the night to come. The air was crisp, carrying with it the scent of earth and distant wood smoke, a reminder of hearths aglow and homes aglow with warmth and light. The cobblestone path under her feet was cool, each step a quiet echo in the stillness, like a whispered secret shared with the night. She could feel the chill of the evening air brushing softly against her skin, a gentle reminder of the season's change. Each breath she took was a blend of the cold air and the faint, lingering warmth of the day, mingling within her, calming her spirit and quieting her mind. The soft glow of candlelight spilled from the windows of the cottages, casting flickering shadows that danced along the walls in a graceful waltz. The light was warm and golden, a gentle contrast to the encroaching darkness, and it seemed to hold within it the stories of the lives unfolding behind those walls. It was a beacon of comfort and safety, a reminder of the simple joys found within the embrace of home. She paused, taking in the scene around her, her senses attuned to the quiet symphony of the village settling into night. The distant echoes of a dog barking, the rustling of leaves in the gentle breeze, and the soft rhythmic murmur of the stream nearby. All these sounds wove together in a harmonious lullaby that soothed the soul. As she continued her walk, she felt the gentle presence of those who had walked these paths before her, their whispers carried on the wind. Speaking of resilience and hope, they were the guardians of the village's history, their voices a reminder of the strength found in unity and the power of enduring love. In the heart of the village, the church stood as a silent sentinel, its spire reaching toward the heavens. The bell tower, now silent, seemed to hold its breath, waiting for the moment when its voice would once again join the chorus of the night. Until then, it stood watch over the village, a symbol of faith and continuity. With each step, she felt the embrace of the village around her, its gentle presence a balm to her weary heart. The night unfolded like a tender lullaby, each note a promise of peace and rest, guiding her gently toward the dreams that awaited her, wrapped in the soft cocoon of night. The soft glow of candlelight flickered through the window panes, casting gentle shadows that danced upon cobblestone paths. The air was crisp, carrying with it the faint scent of wood smoke mingled with the chill of approaching winter. As she walked, the cold air kissed her cheeks, a tender reminder of the season's embrace. The whispers of the past lingered in the air, like a distant melody that only the heart could hear. They spoke of days long gone, of laughter shared and tears shed, weaving a tapestry of memories that enveloped the village in an ageless warmth. These echoes seemed to merge with the quiet hum of the night, a soothing reminder of the endurance of the human spirit. Above, the stars began their slow, celestial dance across the velvet sky, their gentle twinkle a silent promise of constancy. They watched over the village, twinkling softly as if in conversation with the candlelight below. As she neared her home, the warm glow spilling from the windows welcomed her back, a sanctuary from the world outside. The door creaked softly as she opened it, the familiar scents and sights embracing her like a beloved friend, and, as she settled in, the world outside continued its gentle lullaby, a serenade to guide her into dreams filled with hope and quiet strength. As the moon cast its silvery glow over the quiet village, the echoes of distant memories faded like gentle whispers in the night. The world, once filled with the clamor of voices and the rush of footsteps, now lay in a hush of stillness. The fields, where brave hearts once marched, were now blanketed in the tender embrace of nightfall, cradling dreams of peace. Stars twinkled softly above, guardians of the night, their light a reminder that even in darkness there is hope. And so, the world, weary but safe, drifted into a quiet slumber, wrapped in the gentle promise of a new dawn.